Swadikap, welcome back to Striking Nation. The big event in Japan has already passed. It was an incredible event in my opinion. I wish I have more time to talk about everything that happened over there, but we need to keep looking forward for now. The next event is going to be One Fight Night 38 happening this December. We have Fabrizio Andrade defending his MMA title, another new belt being introduced which is the flyweight submission grappling belt, Diego vs Daiki. Aside from the headliner, back to more of my territory, you got Chado Singh Marwin vs Muhammad Yunis Rabah. This is going to be a rematch after the no contest fight. We also going to have the leg kick legend Liam Harrison vs Shinji Suzuki. I thought that Liam Harrison already retired, but I guess he's back again and here to stay. Then we have Aliff Dechapan vs Ramadan Ondash, which is going to be the main topic of this video. This fight is most likely going to determine the challenger for Prajanchai Muay Thai belt. Prajanchai, as you may know, has already lost one of his belts, being the kickboxing belt, to Jonathan Dibella. So his next fight is most likely going to be defending his Muay Thai belt, and this fight between Ramadan Ondash and Aliff is just the perfect setup to determine the challenger for that belt. We also have Petjija vs Martina, also an important matchup since I believe this fight is going to determine who gets to go against Alicia Rodriguez for the Muay Thai belt that she is holding. And just a honorable mention to Marcelo Garcia, another legend, this time in the BJJ scene. He's going to be having a fight here also. Then you have two more MMA fights, so a really balanced card for every audience. Anyway, that is going to be enough talking about the card itself. We will go right into the stat, style and strategy. Let's get started off with the stat. On the red corner, we have Aliff Dechapan, standing at an impressive 178cm tall, aka 5'10", which considered to be really tall for his weight class at 125 pounds or 56 kg. This man is still really young at 22 years old with 8 wins and only 1 loss in one championship Muay Thai career. He is riding a 4-fight winning streak right now, and he is going to be someone who a lot of people is going to be cheering for, especially the Malaysian fan, as this guy has a really good potential of becoming the first one Muay Thai champion from Malaysia. Also, there has been some talk in the community asking one to hold an event in Malaysia. So what if we get a title matchup between Aliff and Prajanchai for that card in Malaysia? But anyway, for any of that to happen in the first place, there is a man standing in between Aliff and Prajanchai, and that is going to be Ramadan. On the blue corner, we have Ramadan the Scorpion Ondash, standing at 168cm tall, aka 5'6". This man is going to be even younger than Aliff at only 19 years of age. He is currently riding a perfect 4-fight, 4-win in one championship, and just freshly signed the contract to fight in the big stage, which means that this fight is going to determine if he is actually ready for the One Fight Night series. If you compare their stats, Aliff will have a whopping 10cm height advantage on his side, and since both are really young, the age shouldn't matter at all. I guess in terms of experience, Aliff would have the slight advantage here, especially because a taller fighter like him have a lot more experience fighting someone shorter than someone of average height like Ramadan, who always consistently fights someone with the same height. In terms of experience in the ring of one championship in the small glove fighting against a high level opponent, Aliff is going to have the advantage there, including the advantage of fighting with a height differential. So that should be enough about their stat for now. Let's move on to their style, starting off with Aliff. Aliff is a complete and dynamic fighter. He used all of the 8 limbs to his advantage. He kicked to all levels. He got stinking punches combination from the medium to long range. He got explosive knee to counter aggression, as well as the elbow game. He fight off the orthodox stance and love to mix in some of his dynamic and unorthodox moves like the spinning back kick, the flying knee, hook kick, axe kick. He got a bunch of that. He have shown some good striking on the back feet also, able to score on the opponent shorter than him from a safe distance. In terms of attacking weapon, if you allow him to play the distance game, if you do not commit fully and decided to linger at the edge of his range, that is gonna be when this man shine. He used his height advantage really nicely in all his fight, combining it with his complete weapon arsenal. This man is really dangerous on the attack. Even if he's going for backstep, he can still outstrike you, exercising his reach really nicely. Aside from his attack, let's talk about his defense. Since he is quite a tall fighter, he relies a lot on his head movement. Mostly it's going to be the lean back. Combining that with his backward step and side step to stay clear from attack coming to the head, it is gonna be really difficult for most opponents to be able to reach his head unless he was getting countered. He also used another tall man technique to grab onto his opponent's hand, or simply putting out both of his hands to stay clear of the opponent's attack and line up his knee strike. However, if I have to be honest, his defense game is not going to be as good as his attack. This man just like to keep his head low since he relies mostly on dodging and being tall for defense, which means that in a lot of interaction, the guard is never up there to protect his face, making it quite a vulnerable target. Especially when he starts to get counter, we see a lot of time when he starts to stir up combination, especially with his punching combination. He got caught a few times with a counter that just wobble him. Recently, he got knocked down once by Elias Bosa, but overall, he doesn't look to be super shinny or anything in my opinion. Another area that we see his weakness is also with the leg kick. So in the fight with Walter Gonzalez almost managed to chop down Aliff's leg in like round 3, and if Aliff didn't get the spare time to just chill out after a illegal move by Gonzalez accidentally kneeing when he's down, something might have changed if Gonzalez target the leg more. If he target the leg earlier and he didn't get time to rest, maybe you would have seen Aliff getting finished with the leg kick. So definitely the leg kick area, leg defense, durability in the leg might be something that people can take advantage from what we have seen so far. But overall, Aliff is a really complete and dynamic fighter. He utilized his height advantage quite well, but in terms of defense and durability, he might need to patch some hole in his game, especially since he is going up against Ramadan Ondash. So let's look into his style now. Ramadan, similar to Aliff, is really dangerous when it comes to his attack. This man have an orthodox Muay Mat style of heavy punching combination and leg kick. He is a really entertaining brawler that is not afraid to take damage, willing to risk it all to swing for his punch. The aggressive style of pressure punching make him a fan favorite, and even Prajanchai himself has come out and said that he would prefer to fight with Ramadan instead of Aliff for the title matchup, since he do believe that Ramadan brawling style is way more entertaining than Aliff backstep style. In terms of Ramadan boxing combination, he showed great mix-up of level, switching between the head and the body really nicely. Combining that with his speed and explosiveness, he's going to be a really dangerous fighter, especially in the earlier round. However, despite his aggression and heavy head approach in fighting, he sacrificed his defense. One of Ramadan's main signature in my opinion is going to be his kick catching. So to close in the distance and land his punches, one thing that Ramadan do really well is that no matter where you kick this guy, he will catch them all. He can catch the leg kick to disrupt your movement, he will catch the body kick, and even if you throw a high kick at his head, he will still catch them, which means that he do have a lot of opportunity to get close to land his punches or sweep after he catch his opponent's kick, making kick catching one of the main way that Ramadan Ondash used really nicely against someone like Aliff. But that does come with a price, cause every time you catch a kick, you always gonna be eating that kick. In the fight with Gongchai, a heavy left kick opponent, Ramadan showed great pressure from the start, catching off Gongchai's kick and countered with his hand, especially his left hook were landing very nicely. However, as time goes by, repeatedly absorbing all the kick build up just a massive damage on his body, causing him to slow down substantially in the later round. Against a more punch-heavy opponent like Chad Payak, the recent fight that he have, which give him the contract, he is not afraid to trade. He get really close up with the brawling range, swing his hand, use some boxing style head movement to dodge the opponent's attack by going low, but he still eat a lot of shots as defense seems to not really be in his game plan so much because how ferocious he can be, because how he almost always get a knockdown at least, if not a knockout. He will be able to score a lot of points on his opponent when the steam is still there, when he still got the power and explosiveness to just knock your opponent down or knock them out. So similar to Aliff, both got some improvement to be made in in their defense system. Now, let's look into some possible strategy. First of all, I believe that this matchup is gonna be almost 50-50. Both of them got a few things that can be exploited and both get their own advantage that they can use to exploit their opponent's style. For example, if Ramadan wants to win this one, I believe he have to tap into his speed, constant pressure, kick catching, and to target the body. These are the things that Ramadan has shown to do really well already. If you're on the outside, you need to be completely off Aliff's range, and with Ramadan's speed and explosiveness, he should be able to close the distance and drag Aliff into a brawl, giving Ramadan the advantage. Ramadan also have great reaction in terms of kick catching, which means that this should be another factor that allow Ramadan to close the distance on Aliff, who is known to use a lot of kick in his fight. Then once Ramadan get inside the brawling range, he cannot target the head immediately. We all have seen how Aliff deal with a lot of shorter opponent with a Muay Mat style. He demonstrates a lot of great lean back technique and backward movement, and combining that with his height, reaching the head is gonna be quite difficult. So Ramadan should first target the body on the entry, and as Aliff start to crunch up to defend his body, that is when he can switch up to go for the head and start to shrink up his combination. And if everything goes well, Ramadan should be able to get a knockout on Aliff, or at least a knockdown to get him to win and the chance to face Prajanchai. However, as much as it sounds like Ramadan aggression and pressure should be able to take Aliff down, we still need to remember that Aliff have a lot of experience fighting with hand-dominant fighter like Ramadan. What Aliff should focus on, in my opinion, is going to be the knee. He need to time Ramadan forward pressure and lure him into his knee strike. He could exploit Ramadan punching defense mechanic, which is to go really low and time his knee there to aim for the head, but just aiming the knee to the body should already be enough. It should deal enough damage on the earlier round and eventually tire out Ramadan as he gets out toward the end of the fight due to taking repeated damage onto the body with the knee. Aliff also need to make sure that he doesn't engage in a brawl with Ramadan. He needs to continue with the backward game as usual, focus on shorter punching combination, and ideally throw less kick to the leg and the body since Ramadan can easily catch all of them. Just remember that as long as he can hold out for the first half of the fight, continuously driving the knee to Ramadan head and body, the aggression will eventually slow down and he should be able to get the UD. So back to Ramadan again for a second. Targeting Aliff's leg is also a good idea since he have shown some weakness there before. Again, against Walter Gonzalez, his leg almost got chopped down, and with Ramadan Muay Mat style, we have seen him demonstrate his leg kick really nicely. So there should be another way for Ramadan to win is to invest earlier those leg kicks, making it harder for Aliff to hold out for 3 rounds. But anyway, both Aliff and Ramadan style can take advantage of each other. The real test should probably be on Aliff though. Ramadan is a more straightforward fighter and his way to win is just doubling down on trying to put Aliff out as fast as possible. As for Aliff, he needs to patch up his defense and however he can, put as much distance between him and Ramadan as possible and use the height advantage to throw in the knee throughout the fight. So in the end, if someone is going to get knocked out, I believe it's going to be Aliff, but if this is going to go the distance, then Aliff should be the one taking the win. And I do believe that Aliff should be able to go for the distance as long as he stays focused and show some improvement in this game. He needs to prove that he deserves the title shot against Prajanchai, which is why I do believe that in this fight, Aliff Dechapan should be the winner here. And that is gonna be everything for this video. Thank you for watching, and if you make it all the way here, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.